Hello, up on your movie Madman, and I'm back. And today's Friday. Today's the last censored versus uncut video for you today. I was going to do two, but I thought I'm going to put it all in one. So today we're talking about previously banned versus going too far. See how this turns out, eh? Well, I realised that the list wasn't too special both weeks, so I have put both of these together, mainly because it contains a lot of films that people probably just don't want to hear about, so I'm not going to talk about them that much, because, you know, why would I go into too much detail about something that's going too far or previously banned? To be fair, the previously banned list isn't actually that bad, so we'll start with the previously banned films. Now, most of these films on this list I either don't have or I do have, funnily. It's one or the other really. In it, with the previously banned films, I was told about some of them because I wasn't around back in the days that they were banned. Some of them I already knew about, but some of them I didn't know about, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I was fed this information from some older mums, so that's probably, maybe they don't know themselves, but they were around in those days, so who knows, maybe I'm just gonna, yeah. So first film that was previously banned in the UK, whether or not it was banned in the US as well, I don't know. I was just told about the UK, but The Exorcist, the original first Exorcist, this was previously banned in the UK, allegedly, for a little while. I don't know how long for. I remember it being re-released when I was around, so it must have been banned for a while, but I don't know. But yeah, you can get the extended director's cut of this now as well. So there's your first one that was previously banned, allegedly. Now, I know for 100% of a fact that Clockwork Orange was previously banned everywhere, because Stanley Kubrick himself withdrew this from the cinema and withdrew it from physical release and banned it himself, just because he was receiving lots of death threats through the mail and he didn't like death threats really, so he withdrew it. And then when Stanley Kubrick passed away, the film was then re-released everywhere. So Clockwork Orange for you, if you've seen this, you probably understand why it was so controversial when it came out. But there's a Clockwork Orange for you. I don't have anything to hold up here, but I know that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was previously banned again in the UK. Whether or not whether or not that was banned in the US, I don't know, but I know it was banned in the UK because I was told by a old mum. So there's that, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, eh? And there's a remake of that now, which wasn't banned, but still pretty gritty. Lastly, on the previously banned list, the Evil Dead. The first Evil Dead was previously banned, again in the UK. I don't know about the US. Probably don't have to keep saying that, but I'm going to anyway, just in case someone decides to pipe up and say this wasn't banned in the US or this wasn't banned in the UK. I wasn't there, to be fair, but I was told that it was banned, so there's that one. And this has been released full and uncut as well now, so there's another one for you there, previously banned. Now, on the going too far list, there are a bunch of films that were just cut for the cinema and then released uncut on disc, or some of them were cut in the US, or some of them were cut in the UK and then released uncut on disc, and some of them are still cut now and you can't get the uncut versions in the UK, even though I've got some of the uncut versions because I got them imported because I wanted to see how bad they were. And then with some of them I actually regretted watching the uncut versions. Yeah, so we're gonna tread lightly into this last little bit of subject because I don't really want to go into too much detail about some of these because it's just gross really. So the house that Jack built was heavily censored in the cinema, heavily cut in the cinema, just because it focused too much on glorifying serial killing and glorifying murder and probably just being a little bit weird. And then that was released fully uncut for you to all buy on physical discs or digitally. I've got it digitally. I watched it just to see what it was like, and it was pretty gross, some of it. Won't go into detail about that, but it was pretty gross, and it was just really weird as well. I remember, I mean, that's not really a reason to ban a film, but it was really weird as well. Yeah, a house that Jack built. Cannibal Holocaust, I'm sure a lot of people know about Cannibal Holocaust being banned. I'm pretty sure there are scenes and sequences that are still cut and banned from that film. I've never seen it, so I can't give you a personal opinion on Cannibal Holocaust, but I have been told by friends that have seen it that I don't want to see it, and I don't want to sit through that. It's meant to be one of the most horrific films ever made. I have seen bits on the movie censorship website which talk about parts that were cut from the film, but we're not going to discuss that, because you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Well, if you do want to know, you can have a look on the website, but I ain't giving you a link for that. You can look for it yourself. Sorry, I'm just not going to indulge into things like that. Okay. Most recently, Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool wasn't a bad film. It was just a bit weird and a bit disgusting for no reason at all. The US had this censored and cut in the cinema. The UK had it uncut in the cinema. Me and my friend saw the uncut version in the cinema and were very shocked, I think, as to what we were watching on screen. There's a lot of it kind of sexualises violence a little bit too much, and it was just a bit weird. It's the best way to put it. It was just a bit weird. Like I say, that's not really a reason to ban a film or cut a film, but this was just a bit of a weird one. And then we re-watched the uncut version with our friends, and they all made us look really stupid and said that it didn't actually look that bad at all. So maybe Infinity Pool's not that bad, maybe it isn't, but me and him thought it was pretty disturbing when we watched it the first time round. Moving on, this is the film that is in my collection that I'm still not sure why I own it. I've seen this film twice. The first time I saw it, I was very brave and I watched it, and then I was told after I'd seen it that I'd seen a heavily edited version of that film. So then for some reason I wanted to see what was uncut, and one of my other friends was like, there's no way that a film like that can be that bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to get the uncut version and we're going to watch it together. It's probably the only time I've ever been really nervous going into a film, because I'd seen the edited version and I knew that this version was going to be 11 minutes longer. But all in all, I've got a Serbian film. Like I say, I'm not really sure why I own this. I've watched it once, the uncut version, and I will never watch this film again. But I can say I own it. This is cut by the BBFC over here by 11 minutes. This is the uncut version that I got imported from somewhere foreign. I think this is Germany had the uncut version, so I watched the uncut version, got it imported from Germany. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about this film. I'm not going to talk about what was cut. I'm not going to talk about what was left in either. If you want to know, just look it up, but approach that with caution if you're going to look it up, because it's really, really disturbing. And lastly, on a slightly lighter note, everyone has heard of these films, the Human Centipede trilogy. This is the uncut DVDs of the first one and the second one. I got this imported just to see what the uncut version of the second one was like. Turns out it's pretty gross. I mean, to be fair, I've seen the Human Centipede 1 and 2 so many times now that I'm a little bit desensitised to what's going on, but they're still pretty gross, I'll tell you that. I got the the BBFC edited versions of the first two as well. For some reason I was just really fascinated with these films when they came out. It's probably one of the first times I started learning about films that were cut and films that were banned, because I'm pretty sure the second one was actually banned and the BBFC refused to release it until they removed a lot of footage. So then I saw the BBFC edition first, and it's in black and white as well, which is how disturbing it actually was. But yeah, there's that one. And then I got this from eBay. This is the Tom 6 edit of it, which has got all three of the films joined together. If you look up nice and closely, pretty sure that's meant to be poo on the cover there. So that just shows you how gross this film actually is. And there's the full colour version of the uncut version of the second one on a separate disc in this as well. But yeah, like I say, I'm never going to go into too much detail about this film either, because I know a lot of people know about these films and they're like, why would anyone watch that? I've seen the special features of how the second film was made, which kind of just desensitizes you to the whole thing anyway, because you just see all these crazy people on set like, I can't wait to be filmed doing, you know, what they do in this film. But you know, if you're a bloke, you will never look at sandpaper in the same way ever again after watching the second film. So we'll leave it at that. So yeah, that was it for you lot. I'm not going to do censored versus uncut for you anymore. Next Friday I'm going to start on Director of the Week. So there's an exciting subject for you. I'm going to talk about a different director each Friday. So there's something exciting for you to look forward to. I'll dig into some of my favourite directors. I might even dig into some directors I really don't like and tell you why. Not that I'm fishing for dislikes or anything. Well, I'm pretty sure that this video will probably get some dislikes just because of what it's been talked about, but I'm sorry. Just bringing it up. Sometimes literally. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just gonna go. I think it's probably a good idea. If you could like this video, if you liked it, or if you just want to be supportive, you could like it as well. I mean, I get a lot of thumbs down. People are too scared. People are too scared to say why they dislike the video. So if you do dislike the video, it's alright, it's fine, I'm not upset. But you know, just say why. Okay, it's not hard, is it? Just say why you dislike the video. Because if I'm doing something that you don't like, I won't do it again, will I? Hopefully. Anyway, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm gonna fuck off. Okay, goodbye.